Hi everyone, my name is Deepti. Welcome back to my channel, a place where you can learn at your own pace. So in today's video, we'll focus on the task 1 of writing section, and we are doing the academic module today. And in task 1, you will find 3 types of tasks. One is a diagram, the other is a map, and the third is a graph or a data representation. So today we are going to focus on maps. So this is how your map would look like. So in this particular map, we can see that there are 2 maps given to us. One is how the place looked before the construction of tourist facilities and how it looked after. So this thing is actually mentioned here in the question already. Now we understand that there is a key given here. More details about this key we are going to discuss in the later part of the video. And then what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to summarize the information that is given to us. How we will do that is by selecting and reporting the main features, and we will make comparisons wherever they are relevant. So we need to see how they are similar or different from each other, and based on that we are going to report the main features. So that is exactly what we are supposed to do with the map task. Now in many maps you will see the compass given to you, in which the arrow that is pointing towards the top would be north, and more details about this again I'm going to take forward in the later part of the video. So this is how your task 1 of map would look like. Usually you will see 2 maps like you see here. So one is showing you before the amenities were built, and the other is showing after the amenities were built. You may also have a map that shows you something like today what is the scenario of a place, and later on what will be the scenario. So there are multiple projections that we can get here. Now when we look at the template of how do we write, so this is, we'll quickly go through this template, and more details about this we will do in another video. So in the first paragraph you will write what the map is about, then you'll give an overview, as in some highlights that you want to mention that are clearly visible. Then you can also write about the details and comparisons in the body paragraphs. Now, what is the importance of having key here? So let us understand what is the importance of having key in this task. So as I told you, this is the key, and we can clearly see that the thinner dots represent the footpath. So this is the footpath. We can see it everywhere, like on the left side also we can see, and on the right also we can see. And then we can also see a vehicle track which can be seen between the restaurant and the reception, and it is also connecting it to the pier. So we need to understand that when we are talking about the words that are mentioned in the key, there is not always a possibility that you will be able to paraphrase all these words given here. For example, if it's just a road written, then obviously, or a train written, then that is not possible for us to paraphrase. So footpath can be paraphrased to at the most pedestrian path. Vehicle track can be paraphrased to vehicle way, or a track for vehicles. So let's not get too much into detail of that, and we can reuse these words as and when needed. So keys are very important. They'll give you more information about some kind of symbols or some kind of pictures or some kind of lines that are drawn. So keys are not only important in maps, they are also important in graphs and pie charts. Okay, so they should be paid a lot of attention to. Okay, so with this, let's quickly move to the next slide. And here in detail, we will talk about how do we use vocabulary. So it's a nice idea to draw this compass that I have shown you here on the sheet of paper, on any sheet of paper, any rough sheet of paper that you're trying to use. So you can draw this. So it will be very easy for you to switch between west and east. Usually students find it difficult to switch between these two directions. Otherwise, north and south are comparatively easy to understand. So these are different ways in which you can go ahead with writing your task. So X is located south of Y. So X and Y can be, different things that are mentioned on your map. So instead of located, you can use the word situated. You can use the word lies. You can even use the word is. X is northwest of Y. Now here, please understand that the words located and situated, they are not the past tense form of the verb. We have the helping verb is here, which makes this as a passive voice. So please make sure you're using both the words together, and don't say X locates south of Y or X situates north of west. That will be wrong construction of sentences. So it is a nice idea to use directions in terms of south, north, east, west, and avoid using left and right as much as possible. But you may use it if they are sometimes needed, but try to focus more on the north, south, east, and as the cardinal directions per se that we are talking about here. Okay. Okay, so that was all about vocabulary words for directions. Now let us see how some prepositions can be used to determine places. So let's say the preposition in. So it can be used in a way by saying some dramatic changes took place in the town center. If you look at preposition to or of, you can use to the south of the town, there is a recreational park. The park is surrounded by trees. So that is how you can use by as well. Then you can also say that a railway track runs from north to south in the middle of the city. So here from to, or you can also say it runs through the city. The railway track runs through the city. So these are different ways in which you can use these prepositions. Words like outside and inside can also be used. Let us say just outside the mall, there is a parking lot constructed. So here you can use words like outside. Beside can be used along with next to. Okay, so beside and next to, they mean the same thing. So that is another word that you can think of using. Now let us move to the next slide, and we will talk some important vocabulary words pertaining to buildings. So words like demolished, flattened, knocked down, they would mean that some structure is actually removed completely. So shops were knocked down and replaced with a skyscraper. So that is how you can use it. So knocked down is something that is completely destroyed and replaced with something that is built in place of that. Now, when you talk of word like renovated or reconstructed, then we are trying to say how something that was old has been made into something new. It has been renewed. So you can use the word reconstructed in a way by saying the school was completely reconstructed after the cyclone. Then we have words like extended and expanded. So expanded can be used in a way by saying the residential area expanded southeast by constructing 6 more homes. We use the term modernized when we see that something which is a semi-urban or a rural kind of setup has been changed into a more civilized, or you can say a more urban setup. So for example, you can use it in a statement like the infrastructure was modernized by converting the dirty roads into concrete roads. So this is how these terms can be used when you are talking about buildings. Now let us see how we can work around and talk about trees and forests. So when you use words like cleared, cut down or chopped down, you say that the trees or forest were, completely removed from there. Similarly, the word removed also would mean the same connotation. It will have the same connotation. Planted or grown is obviously the opposite. So we can say a new forest was planted beside the factory. A forest was entirely chopped down to make way for a new highway or to make way for a new railway line. So this is how you can use these terms that are mentioned here. Now, if you're talking about leisure facilities, you can use terms like opened. So a brand new gym was opened just north of the school. Or when you're using the word developed, you can say a playground was developed on the left side of the school. So this is how you can use these vocabulary words. Let's assume there is a city here and the name of the city is A. And we have a new highway that is constructed. Now we'll say the new highway runs through city A. And in place of that, we can also say passes through city A, which means it is moving from the one point of the city to other point of the city. We can call these as the entrance points of the city. So it is moving from here and it is moving out here. So that is the importance of using the word through. And runs, passes, goes or crosses, anything can be used here. You can use the word removed in a sentence like the railway lines were removed and replaced by a metro line. Similarly, you can use built or constructed in a sentence like a new bridge was built to replace the old one. Expanded can be used in a sentence in this way. The main road was expanded to the north to connect to the other town. So these are some ways in which you can incorporate vocabulary into your IELTS Task 1 map section and make the most of it. So I hope you found this video useful. Happy learning. Keep evolving. I hope you found these strategies useful. So don't forget to like my video, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss an update. If you're interested in taking online classes, one-to-one sessions, you can contact me on Instagram or Facebook.